It's like being in here. That's better. For y'all. Hey guys, welcome, welcome. Let me turn this off, y'all. Welcome, you guys. Happy Saturday. How is everybody doing? I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to come on in. Welcome, welcome. Say hi. You guys. So I don't know why everybody's on this whole lip gloss situation, but I'm here for it. And I got like this really cute one that I've got in the store. And look at you guys. I got my daughter one too. It's so cute. Isn't this cute? And it actually spins, you guys. Like I am, see, look, some random new store that my neighbor told me about and I visited and it was cute little things. So yeah. Anyway, guys, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. How was everybody doing? How was your week? Hope your week went really well. Y'all, we is friends over here. So let me let me tell you guys. So I know you guys are used to seeing my nails and stuff. I decided I wasn't gonna get them, I wasn't going to do them until after, you know, my womanly time, which is soon. So I was just like, you know what? Yeah, this I want to have a whole self care refresh situation happening when that after that time comes, and then your girl be back to her usual. Okay, so that I am don't think I am putting off my self care, which includes my nails. Okay, because yeah, that's not the case over here. We are not about that life in 2025, and y'all know that. But anyway, guys, welcome to the live. Happy Saturday to you guys. How was your week? This is not a pen. Y'all know the spiel. I am like on this. I am like obsessed. And I'm working on something new right now. And I know you guys, sometimes come on here and you guys ask me what I'm making, and I keep telling you I'm putting it off. I'll let you guys know. I will be uploading those shortly. Probably maybe this week I'll upload the ones that I've done so far. Because you guys, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this new crocheting hobby of mine, and I've been at it for some time, but I guess just recently I've been really at it. So I'm really obsessed, and I'll definitely be uploading you guys the things that I've created so far. Because yeah, I'm enjoying doing them. But yes, you guys, welcome to Alive. Happy Friday to you guys. For me, my Friday is ending. Um, it's 9 o'clock in the evening. So I know for you guys, it's probably like maybe 2 in the afternoon, maybe. But yeah, so happy Friday to you guys. Hope your afternoon is going well, you guys. So what has been going on for you guys this week? What has been going on? If you guys have been checking out your girls' videos, you know I have some new leaf babies in the garden, which I am obsessed with. I love getting new plants. Y'all know. Okay, I got new plants and they're in the ground and they seem to be thriving. It's still early to tell, but I believe so. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. We got some new feather babies also. They're really cute, you guys, and I know looking at the shorts, a lot of you guys really like seeing that. Like I think so far it might be my one of my most viewed shorts, seeing the baby chicks, which is funny to me, but but y'all, I hope you guys know those chicks, okay, are not pets. Okay, so yeah, my shorts. I think no, that was on Instagram. If you're not following Instagram, go follow you guys. On Instagram, I put a picture of the chicks there, and I was like, I'm not allowed to. So yeah, you guys, I'm not allowed to name any of the animals that come here if they're gonna be eaten. So yeah, right now the chicks are really cute, but believe you me, in a couple of weeks they're gonna be like some feathery little whatever's. But yes, that's what happened this week. We got some new chicks in. We have some new um some new leaf babies in the garden, which I'm so psyched about. And hubby and I have been talking about the landscaping as far as, because, like some people like to focus on one particular part of their home as they're building, which is great. For us, is I don't know, I don't. It seems like I don't think we went in doing our construction with the mindset of we're gonna do this and part of it and then move on to the next part and before this is completed. It's just that's how it happened because y'all, being out here in Tanzania, sometimes sometimes it's not you just gotta go with the flow. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow, and that's just what's happened. That was occurred. Either money went short at one point, or a store didn't have a particular material that we needed for this project, whatever the case may be. That's what's happening. And basically hubby is in charge of getting the house made or whatever, and I attack basically I'm gonna attack like the cute stuff when it's all done, right, like decorating all that stuff. But in the meantime, I can't decorate while it's not being done, it's not complete. So I am focused on the outside. I think about the plants that I want. I think about and I make sure that for instance, we want to consider the gazebo really soon. So we have a place to sit outside when it's hot and under something and it's nice. So I don't want to plant anything around there where when it's time for them to build a gazebo or anything, they have to drive around plants that are trying to grow and all those things. We don't want to step on each other's toes when it comes to the construction. So I'm very mindful of that. And yeah, you guys, that's what's been going on. Like we planted some new trees on the farm side as well as the home side. And it's been a good week. How you guys this week been so far? Holla back at me, let me know. Um, else going on? There's been some disappointments so far. I'm not gonna dwell on it or even like go in deep on the topic of disappointments right now because we never know. Things can change. You know what I mean? Things can change at the drop of a hat. So I don't want to say exactly what I'm disappointed about, but I'm not really disappointed because you know what, you guys, since last year, I have definitely placed more of a guard on my heart and just being able to. Can you hear, guys? Let me know if you can hear me. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope that this thing is not like muffling. Let me make sure you guys are. Yeah. Um, yeah, you guys, I placed a clue. Okay, whatever noise that should be, I placed it on my heart, and I am that one, like especially with like my kids and stuff. You guys, like I don't like disappointment. I do not like disappointment. I try to avoid it. I know disappointment will come. That's just life. But I make sure to, do my best to avoid it by any means necessary. If it comes, it's because it's a lesson, it's supposed to come. But I am going to try my hardest, like not to like, I don't tell my kids, things that we have going on until the day of, okay? Because I'm not trying to disappoint them like that. So ever since last year, you guys, like I last year was I didn't like last year. Needless to say, I was doing cool last year. I was happy when 2025 hit, refresh, rebrand, new everything, right? And so that being said, I guard my heart a lot more. I do not, you know, if we are planning things for the future, yes, I'm going to plan with the intentionality of manifesting and thinking about the future and being thinking that the world is just going to happen, right? We want to think that way. We want to think positive, but at the same time, the joys and the feels that I would get for that particular thing to happen, I try to tone it down a bit, at least till a certain level. You know what I mean? Like for instance, let's say you're trying to accomplish a certain um let's say you want to write a book. Okay, let's say you want to write a book and you have written it, you have drafted it, all the things, right? And let's say, you know, I don't know, like let's say you give it to the editor. I'm not getting excited until a certain step. You know what I mean? And that's how I am, right? That's how I guard myself and guard my heart because I do not like disappointment. So if I say, okay, I'm about to, I want to plan for a trip. I want to plan for this. I until I get the tickets, honey, I'm not jumping up for joy. Like for what? Like I'll be happy when the tickets are bought. Like I will plan and I will pray on it and I will manifest it and all them stuff. But like, I'm not gonna get overly. Oh, I'm not gonna get overly excited. I'll get excited, but not overly excited. So where the disappointment is crushing. You know what I mean? I refuse to, you guys. Like, and I don't do that to my kids either. Like, I don't tell them things and prep them for situations, and the next thing you know, oh, it can't. You know, it doesn't fall through. And they look at me sideways, and and their little hearts are broken. I don't like that. I don't like that. I try to avoid, like I know life is, they'll get plenty of disappointments in life without me adding on to it. That's how I feel, you know. But that being said, you guys, like, how are you guys doing with as far as guarding your hearts and your peace and all that thing? Like, y'all, that has been my jam. That has been my jam. Welcome to the live, you guys. As you're coming in, we're talking about preserving our peace, being good stewardess of our peace. Okay, we discussed that a little bit on my last video. If you haven't seen it, check it out for this live. But yeah, you guys, like, be a good stewardess of your peace and calmness. Like, don't be inviting, turmoil and heartache and distresses into your home and into your life and into your, being. And that starts with you because the world is going to keep worlding. It's so funny how now everybody put ing on everything, right? But it's true. Like the life is gonna keep life in, the world's gonna keep worlding. People are gonna continue to try to piss you off. People are gonna continue to get into your life and get into your business. People are gonna, disappoint you. You know, life is going to continue to disappoint you. Nothing stays happy forever. Nothing stays miserable forever. You know what I mean? But you have to be a better stewardess of your own happiness, joy, peace, and calmness, you guys. Like, I recently, this week has been really cool, getting the chicks and getting the plans and yada yada, talking to hubby about future plans for the home, just different things, life, life in Tanzania, okay, just different things. But I also received some disappointments this week as well. A few, a few. But at the same time, I was like, thank you for the thumbs up. At the same time, I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to get that lump in my throat. I'm not going to dwell on what I can't change. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, get depressed and feel like I want to be in bed all day. And no, I'm going to accept what it is, accept the news, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to continue to feel that positive energy that I was feeling before I got the news that I got. You know what I mean? And if, I don't care if it takes, just walking around back and forth in my yard, in my garden, playing around with the kids, distracting myself, running around after the children, um, crocheting, whatever the case may be. And with y'all, I'm telling you, like, take this. You can start a project, and next thing you know, your mind is like so clear and so gone. Even if you start off like thinking a lot and just thinking, eventually you're not thinking anymore. You're just doing your thing, and it's so enjoyable, y'all. I recommend it highly. But yeah, like you guys, do not let anything push you. Be strong and steady and firm on your 2 feet when it comes to your calmness and your peacefulness. Because let me tell you, okay, there are people out there and situations out there specifically out there to test you and your reserve. You know what I mean? Your resolve, to test your resolve when it comes to your. You kind of loud out there. Mhm. Yeah, you guys, it's there. It's out there specifically for you, written in the books of life, specifically for you, so that they can test to see, okay, did she actually learn her lesson last time? Did he actually learn that he's not supposed to fly off the handle at every whim? And y'all, I'm telling you, like, I'm not a person to fly off the handle at every whim by any means, but things have definitely been thrown my way last year, and that's why I don't dwell on last year, but at the same time I refresh my mind a bit just so I can stay in the gratefulness of the present. You know what I mean? Like I want to stay continuously grateful. Like last year is over. I'm at peace. I'm happy. I'm over those hurdles. You know what I mean? And it makes you feel light. It makes you feel light. You know what I mean? So you guys, like, do not feel as if you have to constantly be in battle for your calmness and peace. It's just a decision. Make the decision. Make the decision. You are going to be that amazing stewardess of your peace and calmness, and just do it. Because then you know what happens when whoever what's so funny. So I was texting back and forth or whatever, right? Trying to deal with a situation, and then I received a response, but because I'm here in Tanzania, the responses were, it was late, but my homegirl was still awake. But I made the decision, you guys, because I knew that whatever the message was, it was either going to be good news or bad news. It was either going to be good news or bad news, and I was not willing to risk a good night's sleep. I was not willing to just be up all night thinking and pondering. And I was like, you know what? That message will be there in the morning. I will check that message in the morning and deal with it then. And that's exactly what I did. That is exactly what I did, because I have made the decision to be a good stewardess of my peace and calmness. And I was peaceful and calm in my bed. And I was not going to start having my mind start twirling and twirling. No, like it's late already. Like, why am I sitting up here thinking about stuff? I want to be at peace. I want to keep my calmness. And even after I checked the message the next day, I had already re-upped on my barriers for to just hold me in, like to just keep it cute. Okay, when it comes to my calm. And y'all, it's working. And I'm letting you guys know that is what you need to thrive for. If nothing else, in 2025, y'all, don't let nobody or any situation basically push you towards anger, hurt, and especially if you can help it. If you can help it, y'all, if you can help it and you're not doing that, then how much love do you really have for yourself? Like, honestly and truly, how much love do you really have for yourself? Because y'all, I am not. That's I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not easily, pushed to the edge. And I'm not. I'm not easily pushed to the edge. I will get upset. I will, I will not say nothing. I'll hold things in, you know, and these are all things that I'm still working on or whatever. You guys are crooked to me. Um, However, yeah, I'm not pushed to the edge where I'm just like, "Ah," like I don't do that. I just don't. That's just not me. It's not me, never been in me. It'll take, like my kids, my family, the friends that you mess with those, then yes, I will come out the box and I will happily do it for you. However, like on a regular day to day, I'm calm. And I've accumulated enough calmness and enough peace throughout, this time. And really, since I've been out here in Tanzania, um, that I have enough to, where when things come up, I can take from that and just woosah, even while situations are occurring. And this is it's really irking you guys, my bad. But yeah, that's what you guys should strive for. Like you should definitely be striving to occur enough. Like put it in a bank. Basically, put it in your peaceful bank. Okay, put it in your peaceful bank. Your peace bank, your calm bank. You need a, imagine it. Imagine a bank inside your head. Like, okay, and if something occurs, okay, I need to grab some of that peace. I need to take some of that peace and just, let it dwell over me because like the situation that's happening right now is trying to butt me out of it. You guys, have a peace bank in your mind. Have a peace and calmness bank in your mind. Be a good stewardess of your peace and calmness and figure everything else out later. Like everything else, you guys, if you're not at peace, if you're not calm, if you're not, absorbing just, the things in life that are positive energy, you are going to fail in a lot of things. Like because really and truly, I understand like being some people thrive off of hectic and chaos. If that's not for you, that's not for you. And that's not for me. I do not thrive off of chaos. Yes, I got a lot of kids. Yes, I got a lot of kids, y'all. I got 5 kids, and that's the only kind of chaos I can handle. That's the kind of chaos. That's a welcomed chaos. Okay, that's all I can handle. I don't need to handle, my family. That's the chaos I welcome. I don't welcome anybody else's chaos. No, like I'll talk you through if you need advice, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. See, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's chaos over there in that room. I can I can help, I can give advice, I give great advice, you know what I mean? Took me a while to be able to take my own advice, but I give good advice and all that stuff. What is it? Go get it. But however, I'm not one of those who thrive in outside chaos and outside. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I am gonna accumulate as much peace and calmness as I can, so that when situations occur, I'm able to just get into that bank. Hey, close my door. I'm able to, take from that. I'm able to take from that and be able to just, live and let whoever was trying to bring that chaos into my life, bring the hurt and anger and stresses into my life, like they're gonna be standing and looking dumbfounded because it's not gonna budge me. It's not. And that is what I've been working this week, you guys. I feel like this week has been one of the weeks since 2025 that really tested that for me. Um, and not in a way where it's so chaotic, but just in a way where, disappointments are coming about. And, that too is one of those things that can knock you off of your peace and your calm, disappointments, and things not going our way, right? We don't like when things don't go our way. So just like when things don't, but when things don't go our way, it's still something that's out of our control. Because if it was in our control, it would go our way, right? So you have to really think like when things don't go your way, okay, there has to be a reason, rhyme, whatever. There's a reason why certain things don't go our way. And we have to accept that because even though we don't know what those things are, we don't understand why and all the things, there's a reason. There's a reason, you guys. And sometimes you're just gonna have to just be okay with not without knowing the reason, without knowing the real reason. And okay, yeah, things can be sucky, y'all. I know like things can be kind of like ugh, why and yada yada, but don't let it shake you. Don't let it shake you because better is to come, more to come, abundance, happiness, all those things. But if you are, I honestly believe, just like money, just like, you know, wealth and just like material things, even children, all those things, if you are not a good stewardess of things you are given, no matter how minute it is, why would you be blessed with more? You know? And so I believe that that resonates so much with me when it comes also with peace, a peace of mind, peace of heart. Like, yay, we're back, you guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, you guys. So as I was saying, there was a time in my life. And is my headset on, y'all? I hope so. Oh no, wait. Hold on, you guys. Let me make sure this is. There we go, you guys. Sorry. But yeah, so you guys, as I was saying, there was a time, you guys are blurry. There was a time in my life where that feeling, that lump in my throat, honey, that was just part of my anatomy. That was just part of my anatomy, you guys. Like, it just was. Y'all, my bad, but this is hurting me. Let me use this. There we go. Yeah, you guys, it was just part of my anatomy. I had that lump in my throat over everything, feeling the anxiety and stresses and all those things. And I say that I learned, I accumulated peace since I got to Tanzania, because really and truly, that's just where it happened. It wasn't because I don't know if it's because of the atmosphere. I don't know because I'm away from a lot of stressors. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Really and truly, I can't just say, oh, it's because of Tanzania. I just think I'm just getting at the age where I don't have time. I don't want it. I don't want the stress. I don't want the pain. I don't want the frustration of, feeling those angst and anxieties and those, having the conversations with people that don't serve me and all those things. You know what I mean? So more and more, year after year, I am banking. I am banking my peace, banking it, banking it, banking it. Finding new ways to accumulate it, whether it's through a hobby, whether it's through meditation or through some sort of activity, like just sitting and breathing and just being in the garden or whatever the case may be. You know, Remembering, every time my child smiles and giggles for whatever reason, because those cute little giggles don't last. Those cute little giggles don't last. So every time that, sometimes I record them, and sometimes I just, try to absorb and remember those things. You guys, those things are in my bank. Those things are in my bank. And that is how I accumulate my peace and my calmness and my joys. So when things occur, I can just take out a deposit. Just take it out, and just remember and just, of course, there are situations where it's going to be a lot more stressful. Those stressors, y'all, we are not in a world by ourselves. We are not an island, so people will come into our lives with their own set of stressors and their own set of boundaries and boundary issues and all the things, right? Because we're not alone. We're not alone. And the fact of the matter is we have to pay attention to ourselves. We have to take care of yourselves in that way. And we're back again, you guys. You guys, I don't know what's going on with it today, so I don't think I'm gonna be on here too much longer. But yeah, you guys, like, definitely be aware. Be aware of, your stresses. Okay, and your stressors, your triggers. Be aware of those things. That's the next thing. Not only should you be banking peace and calm and joys, you should be aware of the things that trigger you to remove you from those that remove you from your peace and calmness. You guys, be a good stewardess of not only your material things, but of the important things, such as your peace and calm. Okay, because as I said, the world is full of people in situations that are out there just to test your resolve when it comes to those things. Okay, do not let people remove your crown. Do not let the world basically have you going back and forth which way with your. Tell you that ball in my throat was like another limb for me, because I just living, having to respond to everything, every hurt, every pain, every stress that anybody can throw at me, the work that the world can throw at me, I was just absorbing. And that lump in my throat, I swear, if it was a physical thing, like you could actually see it, somebody would call me a dude or something. Like I'm telling you, and I'm not. It's just that's where it gets me. I don't know where stress hits you, but when I get that feeling of that lump in my throat, then I know like this is not it. I'm starting to feel a certain type of way emotionally, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. And what's the weirdest thing? How come we don't get these kind of things with a happy feeling? We don't. I guess we laugh and all those things, but like we don't get the lump in our throats and that those the tightness when it's a good thing. It's only when it's bad things. So remember that. Remember how you feel when things aren't going your way, when it's starting to feel stressful. And then remember your bank. Remember your bank, y'all. You have joys and successes and um, things that make you feel at peace and calm. Take some from those banks and just bring yourself back to a place where you are full of joy and happiness and continue your day. Like when I tell you, your girl is proud of herself because I'm telling y'all, like this week could have been a week where I made everybody around me feel how I was feeling. Because that was what happens. We all know like certain emotions. Mm, I think the majority of emotions, like even if you're happy, is contagious. But when you're upset, and then the whole world, you know, around you is like, you're with it. They just, like everybody knows it. And this week could have been one of those weeks for me. If I didn't focus on the things that were bringing me joy and happiness and calmness, like I could definitely would have been feel this type of way, more sad and uncertain and things like that. That is what I was feeling. And y'all, if you are a mom, you already know. You already know. Like the more you feel unhappy, sad, hurt, mad, whatever the case may be, the whole household is in, disarray because of it, because moms rule the household. That's just, sorry guys, you too, I'm sure some guys rule a household too. But I'm just saying, like when the nurturer of the household is not feeling a certain type of way, it rubs off. It rubs off. It disturbs everything. Okay. So I had made a decision, and I think for a very long time, it wasn't intentional until like this year that I'm being very intentional about holding on, grasping anything that brings joy and happiness and peace. Okay. And holding on to that and storing it in my peace bank, so when things occur, I'm able to just grab from that. I'm not, making the whole house miserable because I feel miserable about certain things. So definitely, you guys, like I am telling you guys, I hope you guys had an amazing, amazing, amazing week. And if you didn't and you actually went off the handle, it's okay. We all have those moments. If you had sad days, it's okay. I got you. We all there's kids out here who are sick. There are, people are going through stuff too. Everybody's going through something, and it's hurtful, it's stressful, it's all the things, but let's try our best to grab from the peace bank that we will create for ourselves if we haven't already. And you can do that as simple as thinking about something that makes you happy. You know, that's the deposit to open up the account. You know how you go to a bank to open up account back in the day, you needed at least $25 or $50, depending on the state or whatever. And that's what you needed to open up the account, right? So do the same thing for yourself when it comes to your peace and calmness. Think of one thing, okay? Think of one thing that brings you calmness and peace and open up that account. And then just keep adding on to it, okay? And you withdraw whenever you need it. period. Period. Okay? Because there is going to be a time where you will need it because people out here, situations out here, the world out here are, they want you to come out of pocket and you're not going to. You are going to woosah and continue living a woosah life. Period. Like it's easier said than done on certain situations, but it can definitely help you guys. It can definitely help. I don't know about you, but I don't. It's not fun walking around here miserable all the day and all the time. It's not. It's not fun. It's not. And I'm a fun girl. And I know you're a fun girl, dude, too. Like, who wants to be miserable? Nobody wants to be miserable. Nobody wants to be attached to their traumas and dramas all their life, every day, in and out, morning, noon, and night. Like, nobody wants to live like that. Get the help you need, however you gotta get it, and start. There we go. Y'all, this internet is not bringing me joy right now. But yes, you guys, I hope this encourage you guys. I hope you guys will start. I hope you guys will open up a peace account, like open up a peace and joy account for yourselves in your mind, you guys, and start withdrawing however and whenever you need to, so that you're able to just you know live happier, live more at peace, and that just brings on gratefulness too, you guys. That's what you can do. That you can bank the gratefulness, bank the things you are grateful for, because I don't know about you, but when I think about things that I'm grateful for, it makes me smile, it makes me joyful. It's not a bad thing like, oh yeah, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for my family. It's not one of those. You're grateful, so you're happy about it, you're joyful about it, right? So definitely, if you're having a hard time figuring out what joys you have, like start thinking about what things you're grateful for and start banking them, think about them daily, you know what I mean? And as situations come about, just remember you have a bank of happiness and joy and peace and calmness. All right, you guys. Guys, this is not gonna be a very long live. As you see, I don't know if you guys can see, but I think you can, like the little twirling thing. It keeps happening. I will, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have anything you want to add, I'll wait here for a few more minutes and then I will be signing off, you guys. Like, what else? Like the kids will be, well, they actually are. They have started they have started their Easter holiday, I guess, over here. But my kids are participating in some kind of competition thingy. So they have to be in school. They will go to school Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Um, and Wednesday? Yeah. But yeah, so they're gonna be at school for a time though, for at least I think a couple of weeks. So yeah, so I will definitely be um doing a couple more lives in between, during that time. Um, aside from just Saturday. Yeah, you guys know we are out here trying to get our watch hours. So definitely like, comment, subscribe, share, and watch to the end. All the good things, you guys. And let's get our channel like out there. Okay. Yeah, I'm very excited so far for to see the progress. All all you new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I haven't talked to you guys directly in a while, so thanks for subscribing and coming on the board and all the good things. Definitely don't feel shy. Holler at your girl. I don't bite. But yeah, you guys, it's been one of those weeks. Like great things have happened. I've been really excited about the chicks and the plants and all that stuff. But also, the hard part of life has happened too. Hard things have happened to different people, and things are have been disappointing as well, and things don't always go our way, you guys. So in those times, as I said, just woosah and grab something from your bank, okay? Grab something from your peace bank and know that everything will be okay. It'll work out. It will work out. It has to. It has to. It has to work out one way or the other, and we'll be fine, okay? Um, but yeah, so I don't think there's anything that I was supposed to discuss with you guys further. I know there's a lot, some of you guys who are on here based off of, my older videos with regards to Tanzania and things like that. I will probably, I don't know. I feel like I want to do a Q&A for you guys, the ones that have more questions about Tanzania and things like that. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do a post and see um, the topics. I'll do that. I will do that. I probably do that tomorrow. Tomorrow Sunday or today's Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow Sunday or today's Saturday. Really, I think tomorrow Sunday. So I will probably do yeah, Saturday Night Live. So I will do a post tomorrow or maybe even Monday asking you guys like what type of videos are you looking for and kind of see where you guys are at. Like I know there's some people here that want to talk about Tanzania. Some people want to talk about procrastination and going after what we got going after. Others want to discuss, other things. So whatever the case may be, I want to find out what you guys are all about and just, basically welcome the new subscribers as well. Like if you are new and you are here and you are feeling your girl, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all the things, because I will be uploading a lot more content for you guys as I have been. If you haven't already, also go follow me on IG, same name, the Jamaitians. And yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this live. I truly enjoyed it myself. I'm gonna go back and hang out with my family and crochet. And I think there's a movie I want to watch. I'm not sure. Y'all, movies in this house basically watch us. Okay, like right now, those kids are in there. There's probably a movie on there that they're supposed to be watching. Hubby's, with them, and he's probably, snoring it up. And everybody is probably on a device or a swing or something, and just the movie's watching us. That is what happens. Okay, if I'm not watching a movie by myself, and what lately I've been doing, you guys, like let me know in the comments once you watch this, if it's now or replay. Do you guys watch I don't know what I don't know what, I have to find out the name because I watch a lot of it. I should just subscribe. I mean, I probably will subscribe, but there's a few of them. I have to find the one I like specifically. It's like the movie recaps. Y'all, I've watched that. I was into watching that, like the movie recaps. Then I'll write the name down of the movie. Then I'll go see if I can find it on Netflix and then watch it all again. I am geeked out about the movie recaps. I have to go follow them. But yeah, you guys. So that is what's going on here right now. I hear a baby crying. I'm gonna stay on here a little longer. You moms know. You moms know. I'm gonna stay here a little longer until things calm down. So you guys have me for another few more minutes. Oh, he's gone. I'm gonna still wait it out a little bit, y'all. I'm gonna wait it out a few more minutes, and then I'll go in there and deal with them because y'all, daddy's in there. He better get it together. Y'all know you got all the siblings in there, so somebody better handle it. But yeah, you guys. So I hope you guys had an amazing week. I hope you guys are feeling accomplished. I feel like you're flourishing in all your endeavors. Yeah. I'm you guys. I'm really. I am. I don't know. When you. I don't know. Do you guys ever? Sorry, I'll block that. Like, do you guys ever feel like, oh yeah, I'm growing. Not glowing, which is great too, but growing with an R. And I honestly feel like at my big age, I'm finally growing. Like, I mean, not finally, but like I actually feel like I'm growing. Like I've grown. I've grown. I'm a whole grown up in here. Like sometimes. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like I feel like, especially you guys, especially when it comes to like managing my emotions and all, and we all know as females too, like that's one of the things that a lot of us, struggle with. And y'all, your girl is growing. Like I have managed my emotions so well thus far this year. And yeah, y'all can say it's only, what we in April? But look, if you guys only know, you know what I mean? And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with my growth thus far and just be able to be a good stewardess of my peace and calmness and, you know, other things, and I want you guys to feel that way too. I want you to feel like, you want to pat yourself on the back because I am not. Hey, Marlene, how are you? Welcome. But yeah, I was just talking. How was your day? I was talking about I oh, your life. Thank you. I was talking about just being a good stewardess of your peace and calmness, and just basically, having a whole bank. Just the same way we go to we go to the bank and we deposit $50 or $25 to open up a bank account. We need to do the same thing in our minds when it comes to our gratefulness. Yes, every day is a blessing. Like be Open up your account with with a grateful thought. Like I'm grateful for my family, whatever the case may be, and just keep adding your peace and calmness to it, you guys, so that every time a situation comes up that try to rock your boat, a family member, a friend, whoever, like a wannabe friend, whoever, like whatever the case may be, disappointments that trying to shake you and could put that lump in your throat that makes you feel all types of angst and stuff and stresses, you're able to pull from that bank and just wool side out and just deal with the situation in a calm manner where it keeps you firm in your happiness and joys. And I was just saying, y'all, I was just saying, I am so proud of myself because I have grown in that way. I have grown like just this week alone I feel like there was some great things that happened this week with at the farm with the chicks and the planting of my trees, which I'm excited about. But there has also been some things that occurred that disappointed me, and I feel like last year I would have been like like just really taking it in and feeling the whole I don't like feeling disappointed, y'all. Like I do not like feeling disappointment. Yeah, yeah. So it's like I'm able to, now I'm able to manage my emotions more. So I like that. I'm able to just okay, like I was talking about before, how I don't like to disappoint my kids. So when there's things that we're about to do, like we're about to do something fun, I don't mention it until maybe the day of, so that I'm not added to the people, to the people that disappoint them. I don't, like there's plenty of people that will disappoint them. The world has plenty of, things that will disappoint them. Like I don't want to add to that. And the same thing with me. Like I don't like disappointment. So I am not going to like let's say plan something and then get all super duper excited, talk about, oh, I'm manifesting. I can manifest all I want, but I want to keep my calmness about me until a certain point. Once I, let's say get a ticket or I actually finished writing the book or something, then I can get super duper excited and possibly, get all those feels. Otherwise I'm going to go around here raw emotions. All these raw emotions, and then if I'm let down, it's like it's really bad. Like I'm not no, I'm not doing that. And I just feel like yes, I have definitely grown from that. Like last year was I was, I'm so happy that we are in 2025 and your girl is doing good. Like I'm patting myself on the back. It's early on in April. It's okay. But there have been situations and I've handled it rather well. Thank you very much. And I'm saying is this really because I now have accumulated a peace bank. I've accumulated a peace bank and, I'm able to pull from there, withdrawals whenever I need to keep myself at a good, calm level. And I think it's important for everybody to have like a peace bank, name it what you want. But I'm calling it my peace bank because, you know, that's where I get my peace from. Like I have of course my kids in there, happy giggles, the little toddler giggles and just. Hello, Cadillac John. I'm doing well. How are you? But yeah, so I am excited about, growth. I'm excited about the fact that I was able to just beat myself from last year. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I bettered myself from last year. So, okay. Where are you from? Is there snow? But yeah, you guys. So, how do you manage your calmness and your peace? You know, Pennsylvania. Okay. I'm from Boston, so I know about the snow. You guys have any questions for me? I've actually been on here for some time, so I was getting ready to get off, and then I heard the baby crying, and I was like, you know, I gotta keep my peace. I'm like, they're fine, they're all in there with dad. Let them, finish all that up, all that crying and stuff before I go back in there. Yeah. It seems like the weather has been like that everywhere, it's been kind of weird and just, cold where it shouldn't be cold, extra cold and, things like that. But, those are problems that we can't control, We're trying to talk about problems here that we can control, like our emotions and our, our peace and calmness. I try to keep the peace by dressing in hosiery. It's so relaxing. Hope that don't sound too weird. Laugh out loud. Whatever floats your boat. And keep it PG, whatever you got going on over there. um, but yeah, so absolutely, like definitely finding ways to um be at peace, and be calm and not, going off the handle, at every whim because people are saying negative things or doing negative things and all that. Like it's so not necessary because really and truly you're allowing them to live rent free in your mind. And for what? For what? We won't be doing that. But yeah, you guys, as I said, I will definitely be that's great, John. I will definitely be I will definitely be I will definitely be doing a couple more uploads, more lives with you guys this this upcoming 2 weeks as my kids are out of school, so I can take over their room. They are going to school for a special contest situation that they got going on um, through Wednesday, but really and truly they're out of school for the Easter holiday. So yeah, I'll definitely use that time wisely when it comes to being on here with you guys live. And yeah, I'm working on some things behind the scenes, you guys, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Like it's gonna happen when it happens, but I'm definitely you know. And I hope you guys have been enjoying the uploads thus far. And yeah, if you haven't, you guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, share, you guys, and don't forget we are definitely looking for our watch hours. So go binge watch some lives and all the good things. Okay. So yeah, thanks for being here, you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Today is what, Friday? No, today's Saturday. So hope your weekend will be fun. Definitely keep your weekend fun. If you are off from work, do not call in to go to work. Take your time for yourself. Don't answer the phone for work. Take that time to rest and do the you as well, John. Thanks for coming on. And yeah, take the time, you guys. Take the time to do what you guys got to do and just be at peace yourself and self love, all the good things this weekend. I want to hear about it. I will be here. I'll be asking you guys about yourselves. hmm This week. Okay. Look out for notifications as far as the lives and all the good things. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks so much for coming on. And yeah, love you guys. Have a great weekend, Marlene.